What if I told you that immortality isn't just a fantasy from science fiction, but a biological reality happening right now in nature? Imagine a creature so small you could hold thousands on the tip of your finger, yet so indestructible it can survive the vacuum of space. Temperatures near absolute zero, and radiation doses that would kill a human instantly. Meet the tardigrade, one of nature's truly immortal beings. But it's not alone. There's a jellyfish that reverses its aging process at will, becoming young again whenever it chooses. There's a simple freshwater animal called Hydra that shows absolutely no signs of aging after decades of study. And incredibly, scientists are now racing to unlock these secrets, hoping to apply them to human beings. The quest for human immortality has moved from mythology to laboratory reality. Researchers are currently conducting experiments with Yamanaka factors that can reverse aging in mice, extending their lifespans by 25%. Silicon Valley entrepreneurs are spending millions trying to halt their biological clocks, while geneticists work to crack the code of biological immortality. Today, we're embarking on a scientific investigation into the animals that have conquered death and the remarkable human experiments attempting to steal their secrets. From the depths of the ocean to the cutting edge of genetic engineering, we'll explore whether humanity might soon join the ranks of Earth's immortal creatures. What animal would you want to study for immortality secrets? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your curiosity drives our next investigation into life's greatest mysteries. To understand why certain animals achieve immortality while we don't, we need to grasp what aging actually means at the cellular level. Think of your body as a massive library with 30 trillion books, your cells. Each time a book is checked out and returned, it accumulates tiny amounts of damage. Torn pages, faded text, weakened binding. In biological terms, this damage occurs through several mechanisms. Every time your cells divide, the protective caps on your chromosomes called telomeres shorten slightly. It's like a countdown timer built into your DNA. When telomeres become too short, cells stop dividing and enter senescence, essentially becoming biological zombies that contribute to aging. Free radicals, the molecular byproducts of metabolism, constantly damage cellular components. Think of them as tiny molecular grenades exploding throughout your body, causing oxidative stress that accumulates over decades. Your body has repair mechanisms, but they're imperfect and decline with age. Most life forms follow this pattern because evolution doesn't care about longevity beyond reproduction. Once you've successfully passed on your genes, evolution has little incentive to maintain your body indefinitely. It's more efficient to invest energy in reproduction than in eternal maintenance. But nature has produced remarkable exceptions to this rule. These organisms have evolved sophisticated mechanisms to repair, regenerate, or even reverse cellular damage. Some maintain perfect cellular housekeeping throughout their lives. Others can literally restart their biological clocks. A few can survive conditions that would destroy every other known life form. The study of these creatures has revealed that biological immortality isn't just possible. It may be achievable through specific genetic and cellular mechanisms that we're only beginning to understand. In the warm waters of the Mediterranean and Caribbean lives a jellyfish no bigger than a pinky nail that has achieved something extraordinary. Biological time travel. Turritopsis dohrnii, known as the immortal jellyfish, can reverse its aging process entirely. When faced with physical damage, starvation, or old age, this remarkable creature undergoes transdifferentiation. Its specialized adult cells transform back into stem cells, essentially becoming a juvenile polyp again. Dr. Stefano Pirino, who has studied these jellyfish for decades, describes it as the only case of a metazoan capable of reverting completely to a sexually immature colonial stage after having reached sexual maturity. The process is like a human spontaneously transforming back into a child, then growing up again, potentially repeating this cycle indefinitely. Recent genomic studies have identified the molecular mechanisms behind this transformation, revealing enhanced DNA repair systems and unique stem cell maintenance pathways. In freshwater ponds across the world lives perhaps the most genuinely immortal animal, Hydra vulgaris. Dr. Daniel Martinez conducted a groundbreaking 4-year study following over 2,000 individual hydras, expecting to observe signs of aging. What he found challenged everything scientists thought they knew about biological limits. The conclusion was startling, Martinez reported. Hydras appeared to be immortal. The data suggested that these animals don't age, they don't get older. Unlike virtually every other multicellular organism, hydras show no increase in mortality rate over time. Their secret lies in their continuous cell division and regeneration capabilities. Every Hydra cell can potentially divide indefinitely, constantly replacing damaged components. Perhaps the most indestructible creatures on Earth are tardigrades, microscopic water bears that can survive conditions that would instantly kill any other known life form. These 0.10.5 millimeter creatures can survive temperatures from 272 degrees to 151 degrees C. Withstand radiation 1,000 times the lethal dose for humans. Live in the vacuum of space for at least 10 days. Survive without water for over 10 years through cryptobiosis. Dr. Bob Goldstein, who studies tardigrade biology, explains, they can essentially hit a pause button on their biological processes. When conditions become favorable again, they resume life as if nothing happened. What unites these immortal creatures is their mastery of cellular maintenance. The immortal jellyfish has enhanced autophagy cellular recycling systems that break down and reuse damaged components. Hydras maintain large populations of stem cells and show minimal cellular senescence. Tardigrades have extraordinary DNA repair mechanisms and can replace up to 40% of their water content with protective proteins. These animals have evolved what researchers call negligible senescence, aging so slow it's essentially stopped. They've solved the fundamental problems of cellular damage accumulation, telomere shortening, and metabolic decline that limit most life forms. The discovery of biological immortality in animals has triggered an unprecedented surge in longevity research, with scientists attempting to reverse engineer these natural mechanisms for human application. The most promising breakthrough comes from Nobel Prize winner Shinya Yamanaka's discovery of cellular reprogramming factors. These proteins can transform adult cells back into pluripotent stem cells, essentially making them young again at the cellular level. Recent experiments by biotech company Rejuvenate Bio have shown remarkable results. When elderly mice were injected with 3 Yamanaka factors, their lifespans increased by 25%. The treated animals, dubbed supermodel grannies by researchers, remained healthier, stronger, and developed fewer cancers than untreated peers. Dr. David Sinclair at Harvard has pushed this research further, testing his information theory of aging. His team argues that aging results from the cumulative loss of epigenetic information, essentially, cells forgetting how to be young. By restoring youthful epigenetic patterns through Yamanaka factors, they've reversed aging markers in genetically engineered mice. Inspired by the immortal jellyfish's DNA repair systems, researchers are exploring telomerase therapy. Cancer cells achieve immortality by producing this enzyme continuously, preventing telomere shortening. Companies like BioViva are conducting controversial human trials of gene therapy designed to extend telomeres in healthy individuals. Taking cues from organisms like hydras that continuously replace damaged cells, scientists have developed senolytics drugs that eliminate senescent zombie cells. Early human trials show promise for reducing age-related diseases and improving health span. Entrepreneur Brian Johnson represents the extreme end of human longevity experimentation. His 2 million annual regimen includes strict caloric restriction, mimicking studies in immortal animals, daily monitoring of over 70 biomarkers, experimental treatments including young plasma transfusions, gene therapy protocols based on longevity research. Johnson claims his biological age has reversed from 46 to 18 based on various measurements, though many scientists remain skeptical of such dramatic claims. The race for human immortality faces significant obstacles. Dr. Matt Kaberlein warns that suggestions of age reversal are premature. These studies reverse epigenetic changes during aging, but that's far from making an old animal young again. Ethical questions abound. Should we pursue immortality when overpopulation and resource scarcity already threaten humanity? Would immortal humans create unprecedented social inequality? And perhaps most importantly, are we ready for the psychological and societal implications of defeating death? Current human trials of longevity interventions are showing mixed results. While some biomarkers improve, translating animal longevity research to humans remains extraordinarily complex. The animal kingdom has provided us with a treasure trove of biological immortality mechanisms, from jellyfish that reverse their aging to water bears that can survive apocalyptic conditions. These creatures prove that death from aging isn't inevitable. It's simply the default option that evolution has programmed into most life forms. Human longevity research has accelerated dramatically, with laboratories worldwide racing to crack the code of biological immortality. From Yamanaka factors that reset cellular age to senolytic drugs that eliminate damaged cells, we're closer than ever to extending human lifespan significantly. Yet, questions remain. Even if we achieve biological immortality, would it be the blessing we imagine? The immortal animals we've studied face their own challenges. Jellyfish that reverse aging still die from predation. Hydras still succumb to environmental changes, and even indestructible tardigrades eventually reach their limits. Perhaps the greatest mystery isn't how to achieve immortality, but whether humanity should pursue it at all. As we stand on the threshold of potentially defeating aging, we must grapple with profound questions about the nature of life, death, and what it means to be human. The animals that conquer death have shown us the path forward. Whether we choose to walk it and where it might lead us remains one of the most fascinating and consequential decisions our species will face. Are we ready for a world where death is optional? What do you think immortality would mean for human society and individual purpose? Subscribe to GeoCurious and join the conversation about humanity's greatest biological frontier. The future of aging and death itself may depend on how we answer these questions.